How's it going, everybody? Martin with Belleville Auto Spa. I've got a C7 Corvette Z06 here in my garage right behind me that we're going to be doing a ceramic coating, the paint, the wheels, the works. At first, the wheels were not on the plan, but when he got here, he decided to let's go ahead and throw in the wheels. So we're going to be using Armour Detail Supplies lineup that they sent me. I don't have everything from them, but this is what they sent me. And I'll demo some of the products, and we're going to be using the other ones. So when we get around to washing it, we'll be using the shampoo, which I need to switch these. I put a sprayer on the shampoo like an idiot. This needs to be on the shampoo, and the sprayer needs to be on the tire shine. So I'll fix that, and I'll also show you guys the detail spray and the waterless wash. Those will get some more tests in the future. And then we've got the quartz ceramic coating going on the paint, so 3-year ceramic coating, and then the wheel ceramic coating going on the wheel. I'm starting this a day ahead of time, so I'm not going to wash the car till tomorrow, but when I was doing a visual inspection, I noticed that it had some water spots, and I wanted to go ahead and just get those taken care of. This car is going to be with me for a few days, so I'm not in a rush to do anything, so I might be doing things out of order, but whatever, I don't really care if it's causing me extra time. So I was using Ryan West Industries water spot remover. This stuff works pretty good, and I'll show you guys that as well. So heading over to the Corvette over here. So nice Z06. So sorry, my garage it's a small 2-car garage, so I don't have a lot of room in here. I got some really nice wheels on this thing though. The paint condition, so this is a black paint. Paint condition is not terrible. Definitely needs some love. Now it does have paint protection film up front here. Probably not much we're going to be able to do about the swirls and the paint protection film, but he does plan on getting that redone eventually, so not a big deal. That will all be gone when they pull the film off. And believe it or not, when you add film, film does fill in swirls and scratches, so if there are any swirls and scratches under there, they'll hide those. But up here real quick, so this is where I noticed the water spots. You can see, if I can get the camera to focus, you can see some of those water spots in there. They're very faint, but you can see like the outlines of the mineral sea right near the light to the left side. Over here I used the water spot remover already, and it took them right off. So it's a pretty good water spot remover. I don't know how long those have been there for. It's just something I noticed, so I wanted to get ahead of it. But real quick, guys, let me just show you the products from Armour Mobile Detail. So we're going to use Adapt and Amplify, their waterless wash, and their detail spray. I just wanted to do a quick demo of these. Again, we'll be testing these more in the future, but I just want to show how they work. So let me get this camera set up and I'll show you. So when you're doing waterless wash, keep in mind you're going to want to really saturate the area with the product, because that's how you're going to be able to avoid scratches and swirls. This is already scratched and swirled though, and if your car is already scratched and swirled, go crazy. You're probably not going to care. But I'm going to show you the proper method nonetheless. So Adapt, waterless wash, ceramic waterless wash. So this is ceramic infused, so it'll leave some protection behind. So as always, you want to shake your products up. Make sure the ceramic's all mixed in there well. So here's the instructions if you want to read it. Just pause it on that part. But it basically says, apply Adapt by spraying directly into your microfiber towel, then gently wiping the surface. For best results, flip the clean side of the towel. And so we're going to do it first how they recommend, and then I'm going to do it how I prefer to do it. So we're going to saturate the towel. Now with waterless washing, there's no such thing as too much product. So to show you how, see how dusty it is up here? Dusty. And again, I'm correcting this car, so don't worry too much that I touch a dusty surface. But basically, what you're going to do is put the towel down. You're going to kind of roll it as you wipe. That way it spreads the product throughout, and then buff it dry with the clean side. Alright, and then you're left with a nice clean surface with some ceramic protection, as you can see there. Now what I like to do, now the way they suggested to use it, it's going to conserve a lot more product. If you got a car that's got a really nice finish on it and you're deciding to do waterless instead of rinseless washing, really just saturate the area. And then with a clean towel, you're going to start at one side and you're going to roll the towel as you go. flip to a clean side. Then roll the towel as you go. And when you fold your towel, you're going to have 8 sections. So then flip to another clean side. An area that you just cleaned, you're going to buff dry. And it's as simple as that. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Now, let me show you the detail spray. And I'll show that on the glass, as the glass is dirty. And I like using detail sprays for glass a lot. You can use them on paint as well, but I'm just going to show you on the glass. And that Amplify, man, Amplify kind of, the smell reminds me of like lotion. It smells like lotion, which isn't a bad thing. I think lotion smells good. That's just what the smell reminds me of. I don't know how else to explain it. I guess it's kind of like a vanilla scent, you could say, but it smells like vanilla scented lotion. Anyways, that was a DAP. So Amplify ceramic detail spray. Now, me personally, I never use glass cleaner unless I'm cleaning the inside glass. I always clean the outside glass with ceramic detail sprays for 2 reasons. One, it gets all the crap off, and I'm not worried about scratching. You're not going to scratch glass unless you're using metal or actual sandpaper. You're not going to scratch glass, though, so don't worry too much about that. But reason number 2, it leaves behind some ceramic protection. So if you do have any type of ceramic coating or anything on your glass, this is going to top it up and keep it performing great. So with detail spray, I like to just kind of mist it on there. I'll put a spray on the towel as well. And ooh, this is super slick too. And this one's got a nice candy scent. Like, I don't know, strawberry, I guess you could say. That's what it smells like. It smells like walking into a candy shop and you smell like nice strawberry candy. But I don't know, I'm bad with scents. And you flip to the dry side and you just buff. And then you got a nice, very, very slick and relatively clean glass. And that's how I like to use detailers. I do the same thing on paint. Again, only if your paint's lightly dusty though. If your paint is as dusty as this, go to a waterless wash or a rinseless wash. If it's lightly dusty or you're just taking some fingerprints off or some bird droppings, then yeah, this method I showed you works fine. Or if you're doing it on your glass, it's fine on the glass. Don't worry about scratching your glass. Okay, now let me show you all I was talking about as far as these water spots go. We can get these off. Alright, I got my camera kind of propped up high so hopefully it doesn't fall down. But remember, this is where I showed you where those water spots were. I don't know if it's showing up from the camera from that far away, but take you in close real quick. You can see a lot of the etching from those water spots, especially right around here. So, we use the Waterless Industries water spot remover. Now I also have 3D eraser gel, which it works well. It's been my favorite for a long time. I've also got CarPro Spotless 2.0. Now CarPro Spotless is made for, it's made with ceramic coated vehicles in mind, so it's not as harsh. And I really like to use that just for cars that have been ceramic coated, so I'm not etching through the ceramic coating. But I got Waterless Industries water spot remover, and this also works very well. It's pretty cheap, and again, if you own any type of business where you want to sell detailing products, you can white label this, slap your own label on it, and start offering it to your customers. So if you want to add this to your lineup, if you don't have a water spot remover, you know, here you go, here it is. And I'll put my email for Waterless Industries down in the description. If you're interested, I can send you our price list, yada yada yada. But don't feel obligated. I'm just trying to make a cool video. Okay, just trying to make a cool video, guys. Here's the instructions. So, you know, it's standard precautions. Now, water spot remover is an acid. Okay, so keep that in mind. This isn't something you want to leave on the surface. Now, it does come with a sprayer, but I'm going to use an applicator because that's what the instructions say. It says use an applicator pad. So, you get some of this soaked into the applicator pad. Now, with the sprayer, obviously you could spray directly into it, but because it's an acid, Acid cleaners tend to ruin sprayers unless you flush them with water, and I just don't feel like doing that every time. But this is literally all you do. You just work it in. You can go in circles, you can go back and forth, whatever you want to do. This is a microfiber applicator I'm using, but you can use whatever style of applicator you prefer. You can even just use a microfiber towel, that's what I was doing earlier, but because I'm here doing a demonstration now, you know, I'm going to do it the proper fancy way because I'm recording and I don't want people to, oh, you're a fake and a fraud. I'll probably say it anyways, whatever. So then, you're going to take some Waterless Wash. Now you can use Adapt. You can use, I've also got Wolfgang Uber SiO2, regular Wolfgang Uber Rinseless. I've got, what's it called? DIY Detail. But since, you know, this is an Armour detail supply video, we're going to use Armour's product. So, which was it? Adapt? Adapt. Alright. Soak it down with some Adapt. So this is going to neutralize the acid, guys. Okay? Because again, you don't want to leave that stuff sitting on there. You grab your microfiber towel. And you just wipe it all up. And there you have it. Now, yeah, this is leaving behind ceramic protection, which is silly because I am going to be polishing this entire vehicle anyways. But, hey, for the sake of the video, whatever. I'll grab another towel that's clean. Now, Adapt is buttery smooth. This stuff feels like butter just rubbing this towel across it. So, way to go, guys, on that. This feels amazing. Anyone's gonna love using this stuff. But yeah, and the water spots are gone. Take you in close. Don't see them anymore. All I see is just the paint and the swirls in the paint, which we're gonna remove tomorrow. So not bad. So pretty good water spot remover product. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get the rest of this done. We'll be back in the morning, and we will get the car washed and prepped. This doesn't need to be clay barred. It's so well maintained, and he doesn't drive it every day, so no need for clay bar. I'll feel for the lower panels tomorrow though, just to double check. But we're just basically gonna get it washed, then brought into the garage. We're gonna start polishing a little ceramic coat. So see you tomorrow. first things first before we wash, I'm going to clean up these exhaust tips a little bit. So in here I've got Chemex M Shine. It's an aluminum cleaner, acid aluminum cleaner. Pretty good stuff. And I've got a 5% discount for Chemex chemicals, if interested. And I've got it in my Solo 301 FA acid sprayer foamer. So it's not spraying out very well. Probably need to pump it up some more. Alright, I went ahead and pressurized it this time. There we go. I pumped it up by hand at first, but I do have a thing on it so I can use compressed air. So that's what I use this time. Yeah, not the best foamer in the world. It does work though, it is cheap. So it made foam, that's all I needed to do. So I'll take my Easy Detail Brush Mini, put some foam on it, and we'll go ahead and clean these off a little bit. Now this thing is cammed, super loud, as you saw. So there's a lot of carbon buildup back here because of how it's tuned and everything. So we're going to clean off what we can. Look at that. We'll rinse it off. Alright, that's about as clean as they're going to get. I can feel they're really textured. It's got a lot of built up carbon on there. But at least they're cleaner. I think these are actually like a black chrome finish anyways, so see it's a little shiny over here. But yeah, so I can clean exhaust tips up quickly. Now let's go around to the front where we got a lot of bug guts. So before we clean the bug guts off, actually, yeah, let's clean the bug guts off first. Let me grab my bug remover. We're going to pre-treat and then we're going to do a walk around. Alright, so I've got 3D bug remover. Now this is basically their orange degreaser, their citrus degreaser with enzymes added to it to really break down the bug guts. So you just pre-soak wherever there's bugs. And this front end is covered in PPF. So the bugs might, hopefully they release easily. Get the mirrors. Some bugs in the windshield too. Alright, while that's breaking down those bug guts, let's go take a walk around the car. See its overall condition. Now remember the whole top layer, I already took the, I did a waterless wash on it to take the water spots off with a water spot remover. The rest of the car is still pretty dirty. I just did the wheels. The wheels are very intricate and they're going to be getting ceramic coated on the faces. Overall the car is not in terrible condition. It does have some moderate swirls. I didn't see any severe scratches. It's just a little dirty right now. The back is covered in carbon from the exhaust, so you're going to really want to make sure you wash that off. But overall, not too bad. Very nice car. Sounds amazing. So me grab my pressure washer wand and we'll see if we can get these bugs off the first try. Alright, here we go. Alright, so we didn't get all of them off. We got about 95% of them off. There's still a few stragglers left over. So I'm going to hit it again, and then I'm just going to foam over it. That way it's got more time to dwell. But most of them came right off, so that's good. Use one on these lower areas. Next, let's go get the foam cannon ready, and we'll get this thing foamed up. Alright, so we're using the MJJC Foam Cannon S version 3. We're going to take the Armour Detail Supply Shampoo Plus. Now they do have a decon shampoo. They didn't send that to me. That's no problem. This car seems like it's been protected with something, so we shouldn't have much trouble getting it clean. It's not super filthy anyways. If it was, then yeah, you'd want a decon shampoo. But again, here's the instructions. I can get the camera to focus. But basically, what does it say? 1 to 3 ounces of shampoo in the foam cannon, 1 to 2 ounces in the bucket. So we got half a foam cannon, so we should need 1.5 ounces. That should be good. A little more for good measure. Again, you don't have to be exact with shampoos. Just get in the ballpark. Usually one good squirt is about 1 ounce. Crank this thing up. Let's get to foaming. Let's see how this foam looks. I don't know about you, but that's good foam. So we get this thing foamed up completely, and then we'll come back, rinse it off, and then we'll do the bucket wash. Now while that foam is dwelling, we're going to take these Armour Detail Supply super brushes, as I like to call them, and we're going to get all the little nook and crannies in the seams and the body panels and everything, areas where our wash mitt's not going to reach. Basically go around the whole car and do that. Get this vent too. Crevices, seam lines, body panel lines, emblems. It's good for all that stuff. So I'm gonna get around the whole car, do that, then we'll come back and rinse it off. We got the pre-wash step done, so we're going to take our Shampoo Plus, put about another 2 ounces or so in the bucket. We're also going to turn on our deionizer, a little bypass I came up with. So the deionizer, if you don't know, that removes all of the dissolved solids from the water so that there is zero sediment in it and I won't get water spots. Because this is a black car, it's a nice car, it's warm, and I don't want to deal with water spots, so that's what we're going to use. If you're interested, I'll link my entire pressure washer setup down in the description, just so you can, if you want to pick it apart, grab some things, feel free. That filled up, got my wash mitt. I think this is a Max Shine wash mitt. Alright, now let's get this thing cleaned. Alright, so obviously I haven't cleaned the whole thing yet. I'm going to do that off camera, but I just wanted to talk about the shampoo for a second. The smell is very pleasant. I don't really know how to describe it. It is like a, I don't know, sweet pea, I guess you could call it. All these products, all these Armour Detail Supply products, the scents remind me of beauty products that my wife's always using. But beauty products, they smell nice. You know, nothing's overpowering. Everything is subtle, but it's nice. So I just want to throw that in there about the shampoo and the other products as well. The smell is good and it's not overpowering, so I definitely like that. So that's one notable thing. I know scent is important to a lot of people. A lot of manufacturers, chemical makers, they don't think about it, but there are people that are sensitive to scents, or there's people that just don't like overpowering scents. This is perfect. It's not strong. It's noticeable, but it's subtle. So very good. Let me get this pig washed, and then we will step into the paint correction zone. Alright, so we're at the paint correction stage now. This paint has been very finicky. I tried out a bunch of different combos of pads and polish. So this is my gear-driven polisher, this is my rotary, this is my dual action, and this is the mini. So I tried the dual action with, so I was using DIY Gold Standard polish with all these, which again, you get 10% off with my discount code. I tried the DA with the Euro fiber. I tried the DA with the DIY wool pad. And that did pretty good, honestly, it did pretty good. But this Corvette is an incredibly curvy car. There's not really any flat areas. So the DA, I'm going to get a lot of pad stall, and I don't feel like dealing with that. So I'm not going to be using the dual action, other than the mini. But with the mini, I'm also probably going to switch that to rotary mode. This is just supplemental. So I also tried my rotary polisher first with the DIY Gold Standard polishing pad. And I was getting rotary holograms haze with this, which means this paint's softer, and so this wasn't going to be doable for a one-step. Now if I was cutting and polishing, this would be good for a cutting stage technically, but I'm not getting a good finish out of this. So I stepped down to a Rupe's fine rotary waffle pad. This is much softer. This did a really good job. It did not create any haze. I also tried my gear-driven polisher with a Lake Country Force orange medium polishing pad, and this did a good job as well. So they both did a good job with removing defects and finish. I'm going to use both of these polishers in different areas. If they got some more serious defects in an area, I'm going to use this because this is going to do a little bit more work. It's got a stiffer pad. but in general I'm going to be using this because of all the curves. This is just going to be easier to glide over all those curves. So I'm going to show you guys a test spot over here, just so you can get an idea of what we're working with, and then we'll take it from there. Alright, so on this side I'm going to use the forced rotation, the middle I'm going to leave alone, and then this side I'm going to use the rotary. And just to show you guys the condition of the paint, it's pretty rough. It's not terrible, but obviously it could be a lot better, right? So again, with a one-step correction, we're just looking for significant improvement. We're not looking for perfection. You get perfect or near perfection with two-step, but when you are working with factory paint, factory clear coat's very thin. You run the risk of burning it through, or you're just not leaving much paint left, and that's what we try to minimize. Now, if your car's been repainted, go to town. But factory paint, you gotta just gotta be careful. So we'll start with the forced rotation, like I said. So DIY detail, gold standard color. One spray on there is all you really need. I like to run this on about speed 5. Alright, now I know that looks like the polish is wet and runny. It's not the polish that's doing that. The pad has been dampened. I ran it through my pad washer, which is right there, Lake Country System 4000 pad washer. Dampened pad helps you keep your temperatures down, which helps you correct more efficiently. So I like to keep the pads damp. It also prevents dry buffing, so you don't run the risk of micro marring and holograms. So we got that done. We'll wipe that off here in a second. Actually, let's just wipe it off right now. Before it gets a chance to dry and becomes tough to wipe off. And this is the Rag Company Wolfpack towel. These things are great, super soft, and very affordable. Alright, next we're going to do this side with the rotary. I'm just going to spray on there. I've learned that spraying this at a 45-degree angle like that prevents it from slinging or overspray, so let's keep that in mind if you're having trouble with that. Alright. You notice how much quieter the rotary is, and it is easier to glide across than the forced rotation. Dual actions are pretty easy to use, but dual actions have a lot of vibration and they're loud. Forced rotation is a dual action as well. Same story. Rotary is just more pleasant to use. It just does require some skill to operate smoothly. But what I find is the pads are the most important with the rotary. If you get the right pads, you'll be good. If you're trying to use flat pads, you're going to have trouble. Those waffle pads are amazing. That's why Rupe's made their line of waffle pads for the rotary to make it easier to control. That's why a lot of people don't like rotary polishers. They're hard to control, but the waffle pad has less surface area in contact, which makes controlling it easier. Right? Makes sense, right? Okay. Alright, now let's see what that did. So this is the force rotation. See how much better that is? And then this was the rotary. And also see how much better that is. Now it looks like the force rotation did do a little bit better work, but I mean, you look at the center here, looks terrible. Look here, did really good. So that's why I said I'm going to use the force rotation on the areas that are worse, and the dual action, or excuse me, the rotary on the areas that aren't so bad. So this would be a force rotation area. I'm going to look at how well it cleaned that up, right? So let me, I'll do a time lapse on the hood just so you guys can see my technique, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so day 3, we're back. Finished polishing the car yesterday. I ended up using all of my polishers, so I used the force rotation for the majority of it because this car had a lot of defects in it, and with this, especially in the curved areas, I can push down and it won't stall to really get those defects out of there. I know some people are against pushing down, but you gotta do what you gotta do. If you know what you're doing, then you're fine. I use the rotary mainly around the PPF. The PPF, again, you can't remove defects from paint protection film, but this cleaned it up really nice. It removed a lot of the oxidation from that top layer. It's not self-healing PPF, so we made it look as clean as possible. The owner said he is going to be getting that replaced, so that's good. We use this obviously in the tighter areas, around the spoiler, the front grille, etc., etc. We use a combination of different pads. We use this Eurofiber pad. I use this pad on the pillars because they're very soft, and I use this with the rotary. And then I use the dual action on the door panels, because the door panels on this thing are freaking huge, and they're mostly flat-ish. So this was doing better work, because when you get that large, long throw oscillation, and you don't have to worry about pad stall from, you know, concave surfaces, this does great. So it's very nice not only having all types of polishers, but all cordless. You can see up there I've got all my corded ones, but those don't come out too often. So let me show you the results I got on this paint. So it looks really nice, obviously, without any light on it. You can see there, and that's a smudge from the polish. It's not a scratch. Yeah, you can see the results I got on here. It came out really good. It's going to look amazing, especially once we get the coating on. So just to show you the guys, that's a smudge. So we're going to do the panel prep next before we start coating. So I've got different panel prep sprays here. I've got DIY Details panel prep spray. This one's really nice. It does smell like straight alcohol, but it evaporates so fast, and it really just helps everything pick up into the towel. This is really good. I really like it, but it is almost $20. Excuse me, $20 a bottle, which is expensive for a prep spray, and they don't sell it in gallons. So I hope that comes in gallons eventually. I've also got my all-time favorite Car Pro Eraser. This is a pretty good panel prep. It smells amazing. Not available in California anymore, but they're working on a reformulation so that they can start selling it in California again. This just smells so good. I love using it. It's a pleasure to use. And that just goes to show you guys, like, you know, a product working is important, but if you can make it smell good at the same time, that's just going to take it to the next level. And then I've got about 4 bottles of Ryan West Industries prep spray. This is a good prep spray. Just smells like alcohol. That's propyl alcohol. No aroma. Picks up good. Works well. What's great about this is it's very affordable. And again, if you want to, you can private label this if you want to. So if you have a detailing business or you have an established brand already and you're looking for a panel prep spray to private label, you can get this 16 ounce, 32 ounce, 64 ounce, 1 gallon, 5 gallons, and 55 gallons. You can get that in. You can contact me about it, and I can get you in touch and get you all the pricing and everything on that. Enough about that. Anyways, so back over to the panel. Just to show you guys that basically how you do panel prep spray. So again, we got some residue right there. Not a scratch, I promise. So I'm going to take the DIY prep spray. Take my clean microfiber towel. It evaporates like instantly as soon as you wipe it. That's what I love about this stuff. The other stuff tends to linger a little bit longer. It's not really a problem. I like how quickly I can work with DIY. I just wish it didn't cost so much. And there you have it. So you can see how much the paint is improved. It's not perfect, but this is factory paint. We're not going for perfection because we don't want to remove all the clear coat. But even these lighter scratches will be less noticeable once you apply the coating. So to a normal person's eye, you're not even going to notice it. I mean, this thing looks very glossy. It is very high gloss. I don't have a gloss meter. I use my eyeballs as a gloss meter. But I got to get this whole thing wiped down with prep spray, and then I'll bring you guys back in when I start coating so we can show the Armour Detail Supply quartz coating. We'll get the car coated, and then we will do the wheels with their wheel coating. Alright, finally ready to ceramic coat the car. Got 30 milliliters of Armour Detail Supply ceramic coating. Go ahead and crack that seal. Alright, and I like to use a pipette with this, so I'm going to grab one of those. I just find it's easier to control. It does have this little dropper in here, so you can just drop it onto the applicator. But in my opinion, using a pipette helps you use less product, or helps you to not use more product than you need because you can control it better. So let me go get that set up. So you can order these little plastic pipettes, bags of them, or eyedroppers as people call them. You can get like 100 or 200 for, I don't know, 10, 20 bucks or something. They're not too expensive. But first things first is we get this dropper off. Don't want it to splash everywhere. There we go. Now you can use the dropper, by all means. Please use the dropper. But, anyways, let's look at the instructions real quick. So Armour Details quartz coating. This nice card that comes in the package. Go ahead and pause if you want to read over all that. But basically, the prep is important. We've already prepped, decontaminated, blah, blah, blah. So It says prime the applicator with 3 times the amount you usually would use. They do give a large applicator. I like using the smaller ones, the ones that they include with the wheel applicators. So really I'm just going to go along the edge, but you can do it however you want to. So it says apply to 1 to 2 panels at a time. Basically the flash time is 1 to 5 minutes. And you'll see sweat beads. So if you're familiar with G-Technic Crystal Serum Light, which is one of the first coatings on the market that use that method instead of that oil slick like you see with most of them, this coating will start to bead up when it's ready to wipe off. Then you use your leveling towel, and then your wipe off towel, whatever you use, 2 towels. So it says, yeah, you use a thin towel, then a plush towel for final leveling, blah blah blah. And it does say that halfway through coating, the coating is going to cure in the applicator. That's not something I've experienced before with another brand. He was saying that is something to watch out for. So in my opinion, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides to go with. So I'm basically going to apply it on one side. I'm going to go back and forth like that. So let me get the camera set up so you can see the roof. And we're going to do the roof on camera, and then I'm going to do the rest off camera. Alright, so we're here at the roof. Got my pipette filled up. And it says 3 times the start amount, so I'm going to do 3 little lines. Put the rest of that back. And I like to do what we call boxing in. So we're going to reach over the middle. And after I got the outline, I just go back and forth. This feels very smooth going on. It's not grabby or anything like that. So that's good. And you should be wearing gloves with this. I'm not. With these applicators, I've gotten experienced enough, I guess I could say, to not really need gloves. But, you know, you don't want this stuff getting on your hands, obviously, so gloves are always a good idea. So don't follow my example on that. Alright, now we wait 3 to 5 minutes for it to start to bead up, and then we wipe it off. So while it's doing that, it does say 1 to 2 panels at a time. So I'm going to apply just a little bit more and head over to the other side. You can see it's already spread. These auto fiber saver applicators that they use, and I see why they use them, because 1, they're awesome, and 2, you can get them in green. They come in different colors, so it represents their company's colors, but yeah, they're awesome. So they have a plastic lining between the inner foam and the microfiber, so that way you don't overuse product. All the product gets put back down. It spreads nicely on the surface of the applicator, then also, you know, transfers directly to the surface you're trying to apply to. Alright, you're seeing those beads yet? A little bit right here. So let me get a couple towels ready. And I do have a bucket of water here, so as I go through my towels, I'm going to throw them in there. The bucket's got some degreaser in it. You can use degreaser. You can use rinseless wash that has surfactant. Basically anything with surfactants in it. I guess you could use soap, but it probably wouldn't be the greatest idea. And hopefully it stops the coating from curing, so you can use the towels. Now it is going to depend on the coating, so I'm going to see if that's the case. If it does cure on the towels, I just use them as interior towels. I don't use them as paint again. I don't got to throw them away. But I'm in a climate-controlled garage right now. 60% humidity, 71 degrees Fahrenheit. As you can see there, for those that want Celsius, 22 degrees Celsius. Okay, so this is good conditions to apply this in. If it was hotter or more humid, this would be flashing a lot faster. If it was colder, it would be flashing slower. still just waiting for those sweat beads to show up. So I'm going to go ahead and just pause it while I wait and turn the camera back on once it starts to really do it. Kind of see it right there. Give it some more time here. Alright, so I don't want to leave it too long, so I'm starting to see some of the beads around here now. So I think this is going to be a good time to start wiping off. So I'm going to take my short nap towel, and this is when the level, oh yeah, okay. I may have waited a little too long, it is kind of grabby. Now, DJ did tell me it would be grabby. The initial wipe off, the longer you wait, the more grabby it's going to be. So I guess I did wait a little bit too long. So I'll go faster next time. This is the leveling towel. Usually something that's grabby to wipe off indicates a high amount of solids content, which is good for overall durability and longevity. Oh man, it feels like no syrup. Okay, do not wait that long. As soon as you see even those little tiny beads, start wiping off. But as I wipe, it gets easier. So that's good. So there's my short nap towel, and I take my long nap towel, and that is very smooth. Alright, so yeah, that initial wipe is going to be grabby, but after that, ooh, that is slick. Yeah, that feels nice. Alright, yeah, I like this. Make sure you get those edges so you don't get high spots on your edges. Especially these curves or concave areas, it's easy to get high spots there because you don't apply enough pressure to wipe. I'm not saying you need to apply a lot of pressure, you don't. You just need to apply light pressure to make sure when you're wiping over, you're getting everything off. And if you got a friend helping, one person can coat while the other person wipes off. Make things a lot faster. But I do like you can do an entire panel with this. Now the hood, big trunks, you might want to split into two. But in general, this has huge doors, so I'm going to split them in half. But if you got a smaller coupe or a four-door car, you can get away with doing one door at a time. Yeah, that is slick feeling. So glossy. That's really nice. Awesome. Well, I'm going to get the rest of this car coated. Then if the sun is out, it's been raining on and off here, we'll pull it outside to take a look at it before we hit the wheels. Or you know what, it might hit the wheels in the garage. It's going to depend on how the weather is. I'm going to split this into, I'm going to come back and coat more later because I've got a interview to do, video interview for a different job. So wish me luck on that. But I'll be back with you guys. Once this is all coated, we'll take a look around, make sure we didn't get any high spots, and see how it looks. But so far, I'm really enjoying applying this coating. Very nice. Alright, got the whole car coated. This coating is very slick, and I'll show you the applicator. They weren't lying when they said it'll harden halfway through and you'll have to change sides. Now this is dirtier because I usually do like the hood cowl and the exhaust areas last because they always hold in a little bit of dirt. But this is what I did most of the car with. I don't know if you can hear that. That's already hardened. Now, yeah, so it cures pretty quickly. But thankfully they give you this nice big auto fiber saver applicator. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You got four different surfaces you can apply with. You can even probably, if you want to go by corners, that's 8. But yeah, it looks great on here. I did pause for 30 minutes to go do an interview, which went pretty well. Got one more, so hopefully that works out. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this coating. Reminds me of, kind of reminds me of like C-Quartz and G-Technic together in like one super coating. 3-year coating. So when I say 3-year real world testing, that's not them, you know, doing their science lab tests. Apparently they've been testing this before they ever brought it to market. So 3 years in the real world. It can go longer, but that's what they're saying you can expect. Looks pretty good. So eventually I'll find the high spots on here if I can get out in the sun. But we got to do these wheels, these big meaty back wheels and the front wheels up there. Not too intricate of a design, but we'll do those next. And we'll use the Armour Detail Supply wheel coating. So let's get into that. But first, I gotta take a break because I got some things to do, then I'll come back. Alright, so we're gonna do the wheel coating here. So we got the Armour Detail Supply wheel coating. I'm not gonna use a dropper with this, I'm just gonna dump it on because they're just wheels. I don't do wheels that often. But I'm not too worried about conserving product. It's 30 milliliter, it doesn't take a lot to do wheels. These wheels I have washed. They didn't do the barrels because of the design of these massive brakes. I wasn't getting into the barrels there, but I'm not coating the barrels anyways. Unless people bring the wheels to me off the vehicle, I just do the faces. Because as you can see, I don't have a big shop. I have a 2-car garage, and I don't have the room to do stuff like that. Plus there's liability things that I don't have that type of coverage for. So here is the instructions, precautions down here. It's got the prep application. So yeah, prep is important. I did clean these with iron remover, so they're deconned. I'm going to use some prep spray here. It says use their panel. I don't have their panel prep. I'm going to use Ryan West Industries prep spray. And then after preparation, you're going to apply it to the wheel. It says 1 to 3 minutes. And then level the coating off and buff. So what, and then 12 hour cure time. So what DJ was telling me, really, like the time it takes you to get around the wheel, then you can go back and buff off. So get these wheels further cleaned, and they give you a nice mini auto fiber saver applicator. I probably used too much prep spray, but again, it's not that big of a deal. These are wheels on a straight up performance car. They get abuse from the brakes. Like, look, these brakes they're freaking huge. They're massive. Alright, the C7 Corvette. These brakes pick up a lot of dust as this car needs a lot of power to come to a full stop because it can go really fast. And it can get to high speeds really fast. Make sure you get all that liquid off. Now, because it is alcohol, it will evaporate, but it can help speed along the process. Now for wheels, I tend not to use a 2-towel method. I kind of just do one side with the towel to level, and then I flip to the other side to buff. Because you're not doing a large surface area, right? So, works out. Alright, got the wheel prepped. So let me go grab another towel so I can level it. And I'll show you how to apply. I'm just going to do like one little area on camera just to give you that demonstration, and I'll show you how it looks after. Alright, so let's crack open the seal. This coating does say shake well. Now you don't have to like shake these like a madman, you just make sure all those solids are nice and swirled up in there. Start with the green side. Got nice and saturated. I wish these were 5-spoke wheels, it'd be a lot easier, but they're not. But again, not a big deal. There's one spoke coated. Then you'll wait a minute. Now I'm going to be going over this again anyway, so let's pretend it's been 1 to 3 minutes. Take one side of the towel, level. And I flip to the other side, buff. Thankfully these spokes are a satin finish, so you're not going to really get high spots. Too bad on there, but this lip is gloss, so there you go, look at that. So you can see a clear difference between here and between here. And these haven't been polished or anything, all they've been is cleaned and then ceramic coated. So ceramic coating can really breathe some life back into your wheels if you're not going to polish them. This is satin, so you can't polish it anyways. You can polish this lip, but these are multi-piece wheels. I'm not going to take them off and start taking them apart. Okay, I can see the bolts on the back of this holding the spokes to the lip of the wheel, the barrel. But yeah, guys, I'm going to get all these wheels coated, and then we'll come back. I'll take a look at it. Sun's out right now. Hopefully it stays that way. And if it does, we'll pull the car outside. We'll check for high spots, and we'll take one last look just to see how it goes. And here's the finished result on this wheel. It's nice and glossy, or nice and dark black again. The lips are glossy. The satin part's not glossy, obviously. But we got nice black wheels again. When he goes to clean them, they'll be a lot easier to clean now. And yeah, I mean, especially on a sports car, you want your wheels to be easy to clean because this brake dust is going to get everywhere. But I'm going to get the rest of the wheels done, and then we'll do a walk around and check it out. Thought you all might like that. I know I did. So checking for high spots. You do see a few down there, but again, oh, there's one right there. Coating's freshly applied, so this should be easy to get off. Usually after it's cured. Another one down there. It's harder to get off. So if you ever get high spots, what you can do is buff them with a towel if the coating's still fresh. If it's had time to cure, you can use Car Pro Essence or Essence Plus. That's actually what I like to use. Right there. I'm just doing this for my own mental note. Light pressure with an applicator or a microfiber towel, and it'll level that coating out. But I'm gonna get these high spots leveled, and we'll get some of that tire shine from Armour on there, and see how that looks. Alright, now let's get this tire dressing applied. So we got the wrong product because I grabbed that. So let me go get the right thing. Alright, now we got the right product. Armour Tire Plus. They call it a conditioner. It's basically a tire shine. So shake it up. These tires are nice and clean. Nice fancy Mickey Thompsons. Drag radials. You definitely don't want to get it on the tread here, but you apply it correctly and I'll show you guys. You won't got to worry about sling or anything. So first thing, put some in there. You spray it onto the applicator. They give you a nice hex grip applicator. Go ahead and work it into the rubber. And yeah, I got some on the edge. On the lip, that's alright. We'll wipe that off. So I'm going to take a towel, wipe that off of here. So these are cheap, like throwaway microfibers. I buy big packs of them. So make sure you don't get any sling, which, like, this already looks like it's drying on there, which is good. But to make sure you don't get any sling, I just take this cheap towels and remove any excess. It may still be on the tire. And that's it. Yeah, towel's gonna get dirty because tires, to make sure tires, but high spot there. That's it. And this stuff smells, it smells great. It smells like mango. Yeah, that makes the tire look really nice. Nice finishing look. So I'm gonna get the tires done, and then I'm gonna do the door jambs, because you don't want to, even if you're only doing exterior or interior, you don't want dirty door jambs. And to use that, you can use the waterless wash or the detailer. So we'll break those out again. All right, so nobody likes dirty door jambs. Whether you're doing interior or exterior detail, I am a firm believer you should always do the door jambs. So we're gonna use the Adapt waterless wash to clean these door jambs real quick. Super simple. Because I don't want to get overspray into the coating because it's not fully cured, I'm just gonna spray it into the towel. Smells good. It smells like lotion, man. Again, not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It just smells like lotion. Like, I don't know, even sunscreen lotion, maybe, but it smells like lotion, which is, that's a good smell. It reminds me of my childhood, honestly. I don't use lotion as an adult. Even suntan lotion. Obviously, why would I need suntan lotion, right? But, yeah, just wipe it down real nice. Got a nice presentation, some nice gloss there. Oh, it's super slick. And that's that. So, I'm gonna come back to this tomorrow, and I'm gonna wipe it down with the ceramic detailer. The customer is gonna be picking up either tomorrow or Thursday, but I'll wipe it down tomorrow and go from there. And there goes my dog. All right. All right, one last thing before I put everything up for the night and come back tomorrow. When you store this, you want to store it with the dropper in there if you took it out like me. Otherwise, it'll cure in there faster than you want it to. So, make sure you put the dropper back in. All right, see y'all tomorrow. All right, so we're back to the last day. Everything's a mess. I want to put a topper on this before we send it out. He'll be picking up at some point today. But what we're going to use is Armour Detail Amplify, their ceramic detailer. It does say that this basically can be used as a drying aid, detail spray, topper, and... Is this the wheel coating? No, this is the ceramic coating. So it says aftercare right there in the ceramic coating. After it cures for 12 hours, well, after at least 4 hours, you can apply Amplify. Probably could have done that last night, but after 12 hours, it can be driven and get wet. Don't wash for 7 days. So, spend plenty of time. So, just really, when I apply any coating before I send it out, I always put a ceramic detailer on it. It just gives it that nice last touch, gets all the dust off before they pick it up. Blah blah blah. So very simple to apply. I like to prime the towel a little bit. It's nice soft towels from SPTA. One spray on the panel. Very slick coating. Again, this is a really nice coating to use. Definitely worth it. And man, that is slick as, like, I don't even know what to say, but that is slick. But that's really all there is to it. So I'm going to get this done. We'll pull it outside for one more look. And that'll be it for the video. So let me get this taken care of. Alright, so here it is, finished result. We got the car coated with quartz, the wheels coated with the wheel coating. Got the tire conditioner on there. Amplify on the paintwork as a topper. Clean the door sills or door jambs with, what do you call it? Adapt, the waterless wash. So overall, this car came out great. The owner's gonna love it. I already love it. So he's gonna be real happy picking it up. That's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check out Armour Detail Supply. This isn't a sponsored video, but I do appreciate them sending this stuff to me to check out. It's a great company run by a great couple of guys. Again, they're professional detailers. They're not a marketing team. Like, they have their own shops. They know detailing products. They're not idiots. If you contact them, it's not going to be some customer service person who may have washed their car once or twice. It's probably going to be one of them. You can reach out to them on Facebook too. They're pretty cool. Also, these applicators, so this was the quartz paint coating. You can kind of hear that. It did get hard in there, but the wheel coating even more so. Like, look at that. These things are just, you could probably sand something with this. So pretty great coatings, great company. You can use my discount code, get 10% off. Definitely check them out. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. At the time of this recording, I'm like 6 subscribers away from 4,000. By the time you're watching this, it may be up to 4,000 already, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Leave a comment below, give the video a like, and I'll see you all in the next one. Keep them clean, have a good one. Alright, so here it is, finished result. We got the car coated with quartz, the wheels coated with the wheel coating. Got the tire conditioner on there. Amplify on the paintwork as a topper. Clean the door sills or door jambs with what do you call it? Adapt, the Waterless Wash. So overall, this car came out great. The owner's gonna love it. I already love it. So he's gonna be real happy picking it up. That's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check out Armour Detail Supply. This isn't a sponsored video, but I do appreciate them sending this stuff to me to check out. It's a great company run by a great couple of guys. Again, they're professional detailers. They're not a marketing team. Like, they have their own shops. They know detailing products. They're not idiots. If you contact them, it's not going to be some customer service person who may have washed their car once or twice. It's probably going to be one of them. You can reach out to them on Facebook too. They're pretty cool. Also, these applicators, so this was the quartz paint coating. You can kind of hear that. It did get hard in there, but the wheel coating even more so. Like, look at that. These things are just, you could probably sand something with this. So pretty great coatings, great company. You can use my discount code, get 10% off. Definitely check them out. That's all I got for you guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. At the time of this recording, I'm like 6 subscribers away from 4,000. By the time you're watching this, it may be up to 4,000 already, so I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Leave a comment below, give the video a like, and I'll see you all in the next one. Keep them clean, have a good one.